At this point, I want to give both of you your 2.5 minutes to wrap up. And so we'll begin then with Donald.
I said in my earlier statement that I would leave everyone with 2 thoughts, and they are rather simple and they go together. The first thought that I want you to go away with is based in factuality, and that is that only one faith perspective in history has given rise to the global civic tradition that provides you and me with the freedom to do what we're doing right now, to disagree with each other. But it also gives every Muslim father who wants to stone his daughter or his child for breaking that civic tradition, or to break that faith perspective and the restrictions of that faith perspective, it also gives him sanctuary, and it gives the child sanctuary. Because when you come to the United States of America, you are living under the blanket of protection that was provided by Christianity. And no other faith perspective has done this. So I don't know where Rachel would want to live other than here in LA or in the United States, where she's able to enjoy these benefits and freedom that she enjoys, because there is no other faith perspective that's given rise to this, except where it has spread from here after 2 world wars. Democracy and Christianity have spread. Now, yes, there are those rare moments where you have been hurt by people that I agree with you should not be calling themselves Christians. If they call you an abomination, that's not loving, and I agree with you. But the second point I want to leave you with is that this LGBTQ agenda, which I've seen up close and personal, is just as bad, if not worse now, than the radical Christian extremists, because you've gone mainstream. And now you're not just satisfied with going to the Beverly Hills Superior Court or the LA Municipal Court and getting a domestic marriage license. You're not satisfied with that. You want to take it and stick it to the local church that you think is calling you an abomination. And this is what we're dealing with now. We're not dealing with the abomination stuff anymore. You're winning the day. And if we aren't careful, the next generation will not have the places of worship, the teachers, and the pastors that will pass on to them what they have received. And there's inherent danger in that. Scripture is very clear. Raise up your children in the admonition of the Lord and teach them the way they shall go, and walk ye in it. It's a generational thing, and we're losing an entire generation. And I'm old enough to be, a Gen Xer, watching the half generation above me, the boomers, and the half generation below me, the millennials, play this thing out. My question is there any redemption in the Gen Zs coming along behind? I don't know, but that is TBD, to be determined.
All right, Ms. Luckey.
Thank you, Donald. Those comments, what I'd have to say is that there's more under heaven and sun than we could ever possibly imagine. And there's more to the American melting pot, this American society, than just Christianity. And I'm not saying that I am agreeing with your proposition that it was the Christian tradition that gave us the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, etc. and allowed us to become that melting pot. What I am going to say is that that melting pot is under threat by people from your own party, from your own side of the aisle. And they continually refuse to listen to everyone else who is trying to tell them that you are, in essence, destroying the very thing that you say you're preserving. If we are to become a peaceful, within ourselves, modern American society, then we have to be accepting of other people's faith paths, of other people's sexual orientations, of other people's gender identities, of other people's skin colors. And I don't see any of that coming from your side of the aisle. There is no acceptance. If you all started to do that and laid down your swords, you would see us on the other side going forward in a way that is less confrontational. Because like I said in my opening remarks, we are defending ourselves. You all are the aggressors. We are defenders. And I defend my rights as an American citizen to not be hampered in enjoying my freedoms as enshrined in the Constitution of the United States of America. So I'll leave it at that.
Well, thank you. Well, that wraps up our debate for tonight. I want to just give a expression of appreciation to both of you, Rachael Rose and Donald, for the courage to come here and to express yourselves and to have this argument together in this space, and to all of you who gathered tonight in this virtual space to participate with your questions, to listen. Thank you. We all, I'm sure, coming from the variety of perspectives and places, experiences in our lives, but this is an important exercise in discourse and the conversation that needs to happen. So much of the public square is being hijacked by those who want to sanitize it on the one side and cleanse it of religious notion, of theological conviction, or those on the other who would seek to baptize it, sacralize it, make it the public space to be something that is an extension of the church for only those who sign on to the creed or the formula of some cult or ecclesiastical expression. So this is important for us to move forward, to have this rigorous dialogue. And I really appreciate all of you for moving the ball forward, and look forward to the next opportunity for Rainbow Debates. Again, I want to thank the church at Ocean Park for hosting the debate. Remember, they are having their fundraiser. So if you'd like to participate in that, please do. But that does it for tonight. Thank you, everyone. Be safe and have a peaceful evening. Thank you very much for attending.
Hi, everyone.
Bye.